last night. It was great.
I think the viewers might have caught that
I
special
hope.
little note from Zach.
I hope they did.
Folks, we're live. Thanks for tuning in. I will give some people some time to hop in while Zach and I, stretch out any of the issues from last night. The scary Liverpool match that you had yesterday. Literally, I actually can't believe how close that was.
I
assume you guys thought you were cooked.
Oh, for sure. I had not seen them play that lost this season.
So Chuck is not here. Let me record this camera.
In kind of a while. For those that don't know, Liverpool almost really fucked up the other day. And, it was not ideal. But you know what? They have a great manager, and he knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. And he fixed it up pretty quick, and we're on our way. So, wasn't too bad.
Regardless, we're live, folks. Zach is... Oh, God, I gotta move this again. We are a production staff of one.
What are you moving?
No, it was this,
Oh. You guys like this? The Duncan Robinson goat shirt?
Yeah, tell the story of the shirt.
So I think it was... How's it going, buddy? I think it was during the pandemic, or during the bubble, when the Lakers played the Heat, and Duncan Robinson had a game where he cooked the Lakers.
Yeah.
And Joe and I talked about him, and we were like, damn, that man's a legend, blah, blah, blah. And my dad just was like, how funny would it be to get you some sort of Duncan Robinson shirt? Did not tell me this. This is what he thinks to himself. And buys a Duncan Robinson goat shirt where it's got a fucking goat as his shadow.
That is one of those things
shirt.
where I'm like, it's clearly custom made for an audience of
6
12?
people. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But it's incredible stuff. Speaking of Duncan Robinson and speaking of the NBA playoffs, we are live to discuss all those things here on S Tiers Live. Zach, we played this game back on the old channel, back when we were making videos for the audience of 0. Now we're making videos for the audience of millions at least. So with that being said, we did Mount Rushmore as a bit, some videos where basically we try to pick 4 people, and that is our 4 for this specific topic. I want to do, since we're in the semifinals right now and the games are getting really good, the series are pretty solid. Out of these teams as a whole, who are the 4 general most important players, the players who are making the biggest impact, the players who are truly should be on our Mount Rushmore within these teams?
So I have to pick the 4 best players within these.
And it doesn't have to be, you could have multiple people from the same series, but I just wanted to put the series out so we have some visibility. I think Giannis is at the top.
Yeah, Giannis is my first one.
I think Ja might somehow sneak to number 2 or 3.
He's been so bad, though. He was so bad that first series.
I know. And then he had that 47-point explosion.
True.
And he's just I don't know if anyone's more exciting.
No.
To watch.
It's unbelievable.
He's in there. I don't know if he's 2 or 3, or maybe he's 4.
Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Okay, do you want to do yours first?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go Giannis. I'm gonna go Ja.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Luka.
Okay. That order.
Luka had 45, 50.
Come on, Chuck. You hating Luka is the weirdest thing ever. He's unhateable. I just puts you in a weird category.
You've watched a lifetime of hateable players.
Yeah.
You'd Sam Cassell on your team for a while.
And there's nothing
hateable
about him.
Baron Davis on your team for a while. Not hateable as a person, but hateable from a basketball style. Baron Davis robbed you guys of money. Okay, wait. Let me do my 4. Okay. Oh, no, you're good. Please groan at any of these things. Okay.
This is order? This is the 1 to 4 order? Or you're just going to put 4 and then decide?
Yeah. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, you ready? No, I'm going to do it in order.
Okay.
Giannis.
Yeah.
Luka.
Okay.
Ja.
Okay.
Jason Tatum.
Wow.
That's mine.
So no one from the Sixers Heat series.
No, fuck no.
Yeah.
Well, if Joe was playing,
it
would maybe give me more pause. But I still am not sure if he makes the list. But the Sixers have no hope without him. You're not going to get me to put Jimmy Butler on this list. Sorry, Jimmy. I should probably put Steph on the list, and that's probably where people will be the most upset.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
probably going to put Booker on that list
You're
either.
a consistent Warriors hater, so I appreciate that.
I am. Also, like, Jordan Poole's done so much work for them that, like,
I know.
this year in the playoffs, and a lot of the years in the playoffs, Steph doesn't have to, like, be the guy, which is why it's such a wonderful team and such a wonderful system. So that's my 4. You do yours.
I like that. I will go Giannis.
Okay.
My number 2 is Chris Paul.
Oh, wow.
I just think what he's doing right now is, like, to me, it has to be noticed of, like, if this isn't his year, I don't know what is. Fogey in the chat.
Yeah.
Shout out Fogey.
Grayson Allen might get a spot, and I hate it.
Oh
yeah,
my
he's
God.
been fucking nice, but
He hasn't.
Sorry, keep going.
But yeah, Giannis, Chris Paul. I think that Game 6 performance where he was perfect, and what he did in that second game, even though they lost, or they played tonight, right? I thought that was really impressive. I just love watching Chris Paul. So that's my 2. I think I'd go Ja, and then I think the Tatum thing is, like, incredible. I think what Tatum does is incredible. But something about something about Steph and the Warriors, they're just, like, it's more of a draw for me and more of a little bit of excitement thing. Did you see Nick Wright's playoff pyramid?
Let me see it.
Is this something that caught my eye and
Do you like this or
started
dislike this?
I'm used to it.
Okay. Chuck said he's used to it.
Right? For 4 years, I understand the concept behind it, but I knew he would have Luka top 3. He loves Luka. He thinks Luka's going to help them beat
I think this is it.
No, it's 2020.
Yeah, this is it. Open image in new tab. No, this isn't either. Player pyramid. I don't know where I found it, but it was like...
One day ago. Maybe would he have tweeted it?
It's on first. If you go to First Things First.
Twitter?
IG.
Yeah, send me that, Chuck. So, I mean, Nick, he does the pyramids in general, which I kind of always like. I think Nick Wright always has really good takes. But...
You should really call it Nick Wright's pyramid scheme.
Yeah, that's actually really good. Here it is. Giannis at the top, Luka, CP3, Steph Embiid, Ja, Tatum, Booker, Butler, Drew, Poole, Dre, Maxey, Bam, Middleton. Hard and tough look for that guy.
God
Brunson,
damn.
Jackson, Brown, Ayton, Bridges. I
think Jalen's the most disrespected.
Yeah, but
he hadn't been that good until the other night, so that's fair.
I really like this. I really like this list.
Yeah.
I
don't think I disagree with any of it.
I don't think I that's where I'm at, is like I want to disagree or I want to, like, have a statement towards it. Oh, Lucy's in the chat. Thanks for watching, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. How are you feeling from Las Vegas?
Hope the Vegas strain isn't hurting you too bad. But yeah, I like this, and it leads to our Mount Rushmore, which I thought we got the right people. I thought the only jump is you at Tatum, but that's fine. I think Tatum could have been in this third row at the end of the day. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's episode. Let's get a good intro for Daniel. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? The finals are slowly approaching, and so for this episode of S-Tiers Live, Zach had the great idea of S-Tiering the last 20 NBA finals.
There have been some good ones. There have been some bad ones.
Some bad ones.
They're just, and like, we'll weigh it all out because there's ones that were maybe they went more games than others, but they were just teams that no one really wanted to watch.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're gonna cover it. We're gonna try to be as extensive with this list as possible, but I have the tiers here. I have these images. I have some,
God, I love this.
I have some references in case we forget which ones are which, since some of these are a little confusing.
Some of these could be hard.
But let's get into it. I have the list of champions here as a reference as well.
Straight at the top.
So I think the earliest I have is 2001.
Great.
So Lakers, Sixers.
Lakers beat the brakes off of them.
Yes, but this is the series that Iverson stepped over Ty Lue.
Arguably a top 3 NBA image.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
No, I agree. I think also with that moment is like I mean, that series, you said the Lakers got washed, and it's a fact, but I think part of
Or
the
the
reason was
Sixers
that
got washed, man, yeah.
the Sixers got washed. That Sixers lineup was trash.
It was AI,
Like, I wonder.
and then it was a very washed Mutombo?
Yeah, Matumbo, AI, Eric Snow.
Oh,
yeah,
Eric
and that was
Snow.
basically it.
John said to me, I tweeted this. I was like, "Can I steal that?" And he said, "Yes." John texted me, "Have you been looking at the Air Max Pluses?"
I don't really. No.
I see that on there. You got
I
two
get
of
all
those
the- I get- I
Air
get
I
all
love
the-
those shoes.
I get all
Anyway,
these Nike ads.
John texted me and chat. You may disagree. John texted me and he said James Harden right now just is Eric Snow James Harden without the free throws is just Eric
Dude,
Snow.
I remember seeing that.
You
And
seem pained.
It's not wrong.
He's been so bad.
He's been really bad. I think, was Eric Snow giving out assists at the level James Harden is? Kevin O'Connor had an
No.
Instagram video where he was basically talking about James Harden's athleticism has been down since his last year in Houston, ever since his last year in Houston. So his ability to get up on drives and floaters has been a big issue of why his numbers are down. Like, his vertical has just gone down. So, those floaters that have made him
super hard to
so
deal
much
with in the
money and been unstoppable, he can't get the same lift. And so Kevin's been
Shout
saying,
out to KOC.
Kevin's
Great
been
analysis.
saying this season you've seen him transition into a full point guard. The Eric Snow comparisons, pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't hate on it.
Here's what we got in the chat.
Yeah, what up, chat?
First of all, Fogey says the cap is Butler under Embiid and Steph. Nah. AK said, didn't the Mavs win 2 games without Luka? You know what? That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
AK said there's one S tier game, and then 2 to 5. Oh, there's one. This is for this series, I think he means, but otherwise everything else was C tier. AI was S tier after the finals. Or AI was S tier. The finals was D tier. Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
All right, I think that's not a good finals, but there are interesting players on the floor, so I think it should be C.
I'm leaning C as well. I think anytime it's just having
They're
Iverson
too
there.
dominant, the
Yeah,
Lakers team.
just
yeah.
having Iverson there is really great. Our next one on the list, I believe, is Lakers Nets, a sweep. Shaq won Finals MVP.
That one might be D tier.
This is D tier.
Good players involved again, but
That
the
Nets
sweep
team was
is
just
rough.
undermatched. I mean, they had Todd McCullough guarding Shaq. Let's pull up a picture of Todd McCullough in case
Show
you
the people
forgot.
who Todd McCullough is, please.
Todd McCullough. I don't even say his name right. Here we go.
So Wilson
Father
says
Todd.
Wilson said we're living in
Is
the right. Maybe it's misspelled. Oh no, that's him. Good lord. Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
I mean, this is the guy who I believe was guarding
I think you're right.
Shaq.
Um,
Tough scenes.
Wilson said we are living in the golden age of NBA content, low key. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not only is it the golden age of NBA I think it's the golden age of NBA content. It's because it's the golden age of NBA. I think we're in a really great stretch of basketball where the play is really good and the level of skill is really high and really deep.
It's a good point.
Yeah, I like this D tier. Somehow the Spurs knock off the Nets the Lakers that following year in 2003, but still wash the Nets. I think Jason Kidd, that team that he had was really strong. It's just like everyone in the West
What was
during
the
that season. It was 4-2.
Ugh.
It was 4-2, and this was this was the Robinson,
Yeah.
Duncan.
So where
Duncan
would you put that
passing
one?
the torch. I think it's still C.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I might have gone to one of those final games at Continental, but it was just like the Spurs weren't really playing their beautiful brand of basketball that they played later on in the modern NBA. They were playing more like Twin Tower, bully ball.
Here's my thing, okay? At no point when the Spurs were doing their finals run did I enjoy watching the Spurs.
Yeah.
And it's not because it was bad basketball. It's just I didn't like the guys. The guys on the team weren't interesting. The team wasn't that interesting. And they won somewhat dominantly, but
Yes.
I hated when they were making the finals.
I
I thought it was so boring.
I think the big thing for me is like, I love seeing good basketball being played, but I need to see a star or a personality, like someone who makes that good level of basketball really exciting or entertaining. And at the end of the day, those Spurs teams didn't really have like that entertainment factor, right? Like if we even go to the Kawhi years, like Kawhi being one of their best players, like he's not the most exciting or entertaining. Those Duncan years, like
So
outside
boring.
of Manu, like no one's really like pushing the needle on excitement and entertainment. And I think that's a Duncan Pop problem. So
I
to your
agree.
point, I agree. I totally agree. Like Spurs were never that entertaining. I like where we have them there. Pistons, Lakers. The Pistons, the powerhouse being the Lakers 4-1. Are you also gonna go C tier here?
Probably. Because here was my thing. That Lakers team was kind of hard to watch in that year. But also, like, I don't think that Pistons team was very interesting.
I don't think so either. I
What's
think
your-
they play defense. They
Are
play
you-
defense. That's what's exciting about them.
Here's what I'll challenge with you, Chuck. Your interest in that is because the Lakers it fell
Lost.
apart after
Yeah.
that, and so that's why you enjoy that one. Your joy of that one is higher rated than.
No. My hate, my dislike for the Lakers wasn't at a heightened time. Then I was still young. I still had soft spot being from LA. I hope the Lakers had won that.
Mm,
My hate started after Shaq left.
I see. All right, here we go. Let's go through some of these comments. AK said that whole Lakers three-peat, all the drama was in the Western Conference Finals, and the
Yeah.
finals felt like
Yes.
coronations. Very
Yes,
true.
Yeah.
Wilson said, "I think we're in a really, I think we're really understanding advanced metrics, so the eye test and the metrics to back it up allows for some really cool analysis.
True.
Really well said." Matt said, "Personality over fundamentals." Could not agree more, especially with those Spurs teams being the best example of it. I think the Spurs are against good, are a team that's good or would push them. Blah 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 blah.
So I can get some chat up there too now.
AK was
As
said,
you read
"Oh
them. Yeah,
wow,
as
look
you
at
read
this."
them, yeah.
AK said Evil Longoria was the most memorable Spur of that era. Kind of
Wow.
agree. AK
Take it a half.
always bring the heat. Fogey, the Spurs teams had absolutely no seasoning whatsoever. Bland basketball, but effective. That is very
Facts.
well said.
Facts.
S here, that team was falling apart, in my opinion. High C. All right, so AK says that the Pistons one should be S. I disagree. We can keep going.
I understand and respect that Pistons team.
Yeah.
I just never thought it led to a great on court product. I mean, if you go back to any of these, you go look at the scores for any of these finals, they're all like 87-91.
Oh yeah, they're
You
brutal.
know, like
they're so brutal.
75-82. You're like they're just beating each other up, and like compared
All
to the
defense,
modern
no
game
threes.
right now, I'm like where the pace is up, the offense is up, but the defense is still really high level. I'm like you just can't compete.
And I think it's on the fringes too. Like the support guys you're seeing in some of these series
Yeah.
are so talented
Yes.
compared to support guys in the past who were not as talented or as skilled. Like it's wild.
So well, let's just look. This Lakers Pistons series. I'd like to see what the scores are for these games.
What support guys are you talking about? Can you give
Back in
an
the day?
example? Yeah, back in the day that you don't think it's good.
Devin George.
None of the benches were that deep, Chuck.
How about that? I just grabbed that name right away. Sorry, Devin George.
That's
But
that's like he was like eighth off the bench though. Are you talking
There were-
about?
But like, whereas like the eighth man of the Bucks Suns is recognizable and has like a
I just think
legitimate role, like
like if you're looking at like what like D'Anthony Melton is all of a sudden
Is
like,
true.
and then now maybe he's a little bit
He's
more of
on
an
Devin
outlier.
George's level though, because
But that's
he's making the threes that are making you know who he is because he's making.
And the
threes.
defense has been good. I just have been really impressed with guys that are like with a lot of these playoff teams that are like the guys 7, 8, 9 off of the bench. That's been crazy to me. I don't think they've all been bad, but like I think if you looked at like whoever was eighth in minutes off of this Lakers team, you're kind of gonna be like, "Gugh," you know, like that's
Good is right.
Good.
75-87.
Oh my god.
The highest, the 99-91 was an overtime game. Game 2.
Shame
game
on
3,
Detroit.
88-68, 88-80.
Lakers only scored 68.
Yeah.
With Kobe, Shaq, Malone, GP. They hated each other.
I mean, this is like how. Also, these are all blowouts for the most part. Outside that overtime game that the Lakers won,
And Kobe hit that crazy.
and Kobe literally put the team on his back. This wasn't really a compelling series.
No.
Lakers should have got swept.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah, I
For sure.
agree.
Rick
So-
Hamilton was running Kobe ragged. Could not
So
run.
we move on. That was Pistons,
They
Lakers,
turned it-
2004. We
yeah.
go 2005, Spurs, Pistons, 7-game series. Let's take a
It's a
look
better
at that.
series.
I think it's a better series for sure.
It was
Um,
and let me tell you, as a Laker fan, that one was very difficult, this series,
Yeah.
because I hated both teams. And it
course.
was one of those ones where I was like, can no one win a finals, please? Like,
Even still, right?
Dude.
84-69, 97-76, 2 blowouts. 96-79 Pistons blowout, 102-71 blowout. A great overtime game.
dude, the fact that
None
they
of
were...
these 81-74 is a final score.
They broke 100. Only one team broke 100 one time in a 7-game series.
I just
It's not. It's an era that doesn't shoot threes.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
And
Get
how is
this out
that
of my face.
entertaining?
If you take, you take threes out of it.
What's the chat say? All right, here we go. Sorry. Let's see. Foggy, that was the year that right before Shaq went to Miami. Yes, sir. AK said, I peed next to Dr. J and Clyde Drexler after the Pistons clinched S tier. Matt says Darko Milicic got a ring off of that Pistons team. Important to remember
He did.
that the Pistons famously could have had Carmelo Anthony.
But now, would they have won just the same with Carmelo on that
And
team?
remember, Larry
No.
Brown was very, very, very adamant of not playing his draft pick.
Yeah.
So we all hope and wish, and we're so happy Carmelo didn't go.
Agreed.
Oh,
Darko
true.
didn't play because
Larry Brown.
Larry Brown didn't want to play him.
Huh. Very good
Give
point.
him a chance.
I
Larry
think
Brown's a psychopath.
I think that Spurs Pistons series that goes 7 will go B.
Matt Anderson said 75-87 is
It's
a nasty
disgusting.
score.
Like that's a third quarter. That's a start of a third quarter in the modern NBA.
I can't believe that went 7 games and they broke 101 times.
That's going to the top of the C for me.
Yeah.
Cause
You go B, go B,
We'll
just because it
B.
went 7.
Okay, we'll go B because it went 7. There was an
But
overtime
there were a lot of
game.
ugly scores. Here's my issue in the playoffs. Teams will shut it down and just take, all right, we'll just take the 25-point L.
Yeah.
We'd rather rest
Yeah,
the
of
guys and get
course.
ready for the next
Yeah.
one. And I get the strategy. I wish there was something that prevented it. Like, you know, in soccer,
like a reward or something.
where
like
you
relegation.
like away goals, you
Yes,
know, like
yes.
something to like please, because it just gets so annoying. Like by the third quarter, I'm like, there's no point in me watching this game because
They
they've
still do that?
that famously, like teams would try to do that against the Warriors, and it was just like, ugh. It happens a lot still. You'll see it now that I've said that.
Have a lot more 3-point shooters. They
Exactly.
cut back down from 20 now.
That's probably
Yeah.
more true,
Yeah,
but
Bucks yesterday were down by 27. It was 26 at one point, and they were still playing hard all the way to
Yeah.
4 minutes left into the fourth. And you're like, yeah, not
rest
bad.
it. Yeah.
But they waited.
It gets tough. I still don't think they play as hard, even if once it
Yeah.
gets that bad.
Yeah.
There are obviously outliers, and maybe I'm mistaken on it, but here we go. Larry Brown was an anti-rookie. He was picked after LeBron, before Carmelo, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. Wild.
Yeah, I remember
Because
that draft
Bogey said
vividly.
Milicic has got Pistons fans sick to this day.
Yeah. To
All right.
this day.
To this day.
Next on our list, I think this is when it starts to get slightly good, because there's a lot of like storylines and narrative. Heat, Mavs. This is the Dwayne Wade Shaq combo.
Which, like, we really didn't talk enough about, like, Dirk getting back at them.
I know.
years
that
later.
revenge, and
Yeah.
I thought
Which-
like that was probably the last year Shaq was like actually still a force.
What year did the Mavs trick off the 1 seed to the
I believe it was
really fun
I
Warriors
believe
team?
it was this.
No, because they made the finals.
when they lost to the
Remember
ones,
what was
they
it,
lost,
8-1?
the
Yeah.
Baron Davis dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AK-47 was on the team. Andrei Kirilenko.
Yeah, I mean
I'll
this.
figure that out later, but
This was a better series. Again, they cracked 100 once. Game 5.
that is fucking crazy.
90 to 80,
I really do think
99,
that
86.
like
Oh man.
there's a good tweet of shipping this out and being like, these were the scores in the finals only 16 years ago.
Yeah. And
That's crazy.
it's funny, people remember these series fondly, but I guess if they see these stats, because you didn't know, the hindsight's 2020, you didn't know at the time that these were actually like low scoring games.
They're
but,
getting closer though, because you see how many they almost got top 100.
I know. This game 6 I remember being a doozy.
I forget that Dallas went up 2-0.
Yeah.
What a comeback.
Yeah, Miami really came out. I think that was that made Dwayne Wade a Hall of Famer, right? Regardless of what he did with the LeBron, those games, like
So
Wade,
young to do
Wade,
it too.
28-6. Jason Terry was getting buckets for them. Wow.
Was this Pat Riley coached this team, right?
Yeah, I
God,
believe
what a
so. Let me
legend.
double check.
We don't talk enough about him being one of the 3 to 5
Pat
greatest
Riley,
coaches in NBA history.
Avery Johnson was coaching the Mavs. I love Avery Johnson.
Pat Riley knew once he got that strategy right, Avery Riley wasn't adopting or
Wade,
adapting.
game 3, 42-13.
Wow.
36. He comes back.
Shaq wasn't even really giving them.
Just not points, but just getting boards in the paint. Wade 43 in game 5.
Jason Terry 35.
Wade 36. So I mean, this was
God
cementing Wade
damn.
as one of the best two guards.
What did he? I wonder what he
time.
averaged in that finals. That's crazy.
Dwayne Wade won MVP. They trailed 0-2. Shaq won his 4th. Just a good series, I think.
Dick Bavetta called some of those names.
I think it's a high B.
Yes,
High B.
High B.
I think the storylines that come later on will
Yeah.
get A tier. I think we have our favorites that we'll certainly cover. So now we go from Heat, Mavs, 4-2, then 2007, Spurs, Cavs, LeBron's, I believe his first finals that he went to got swept by those Spurs. Poor Bron. Yeah, Pop, Mike Brown, Tony Parker, MVP. This was... this is not great. Let's see here.
God damn.
103.
100-point game. One.
This is... Game 3 makes
These
me
all
sick.
being rock fights. It's just disgusting.
Game 3 makes me sick to my stomach. 72-75. I'm like
Could you-
nauseous looking at this as a final score.
Yeah, that's
I wonder
terrible.
what halftime was like. They don't have the score updates like the other one, but
Oh, that sucks.
I want to see how many threes they made in each game.
Chuck, yeah, look that up for us because that would be nuts.
Wilson said this is rough seeing these scores.
I'm going this one D, even though it's LeBron's first one.
Yeah.
Like
Terrible
a sweep
series.
is never great, and if you have a 72-75
It's
game,
a sweep with the Spurs. Like, no one
I
wanted
know.
that.
We got chat just buzzing.
This chat's been great today. Whatever the lowest tier is, that series is that. That's what AK said. It was bad. Who is the second best Cavs player in that series? You want to bring up that Cavs roster?
Bro.
It's not good. It's
Bro,
like,
I don't even think you want to know.
is it Anderson Varejao?
It might be. Let's see how I can get this 2007 Cavs team.
Can it, if you click on it, that Eastern Conference, or is this going to be, go to the bottom right. Where they're, that one, try that.
Still the same.
Eric Snow.
Eric
Snow was on that team? Oh, no.
No, yeah.
Booby Gibson.
Yeah, Zudis
Zadrunas. Big Z was probably. I think
Yeah.
that was the year he won. He was
The
made to the
hammer.
All-Star team. Yeah.
Booby Gibson. Oh, yeah, chat's got it.
Yeah. That's
Big
yikes.
Z,
That's yikes
Booby
and a half,
Gibson.
man. Poor Braun.
No, I don't think Mo Williams was there yet.
I think they were like, we need some help. Let's get Mo Williams.
Hey, the Lakers would fall for that later, so I can't laugh that loudly. Was Tom's in here? Was Carlos Boozer on that team? I don't think
it was
so.
either him or Drew Gooden.
Yeah, I don't think he was there yet.
Manu had the most 3-point attempts with
Oh, can we let me
let's
just
take
address
from
this?
Jack.
Oh no.
What is this?
Listen to
What's
this
going on here?
nonsense this man hit me with. Okay. He says
This is Jack
Bay
Herzog of
Cities,
Scary
Bay
Kiddos.
City's best sandwich in Los Angeles. And you know what prompted him to say this to me?
Because you're Giada.
Yes. He said Giada is overrated. You couldn't be more wrong. Giada is way better than Bay Cities.
Here's what I'll say is I think Bay Cities' godmother, their Italian, is better than Giada's Italian.
Okay.
But Giada has more variety of sandwiches I'd rather eat.
I've had the cold sandwiches from both. I've had the hot sandwiches from both. The hot sandwiches over at Giada are
Significantly
so
better.
much better.
And Giada's salad, I got it last time I was there. I
Hmm.
got one of their markets out.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
All right.
Like everything tastes very fresh and like
His argument was like you can get wine and stuff, and I'm like I'm here to just get a sandwich and dip out.
yeah.
I can't gun a bottle of wine at the office. All right, as much as I would love to, we do sometimes, but whatever.
Jack,
Okay.
you're also in New York, so your deli takes are gonna change very quickly
Yeah.
because every deli in New York is significantly better than any deli here.
That's
I
there.
stand
That's
by
why
that.
Giada came here.
Exactly.
I guess it's Jersey, but
We go to 2008. We got a long way to go, but this is fun. This will
Yeah.
be the whole show. 2008, Celtics Lakers. The rivalry begins. This is the super team finally winning one.
as a Lakers fan, I've
you hate-
never
yeah.
felt so. It felt like you were just in quicksand. Like you knew
2008.
whatever you did, you were just gonna sink. And I remember being so impressed that they took 2 games off of them because we had the Lakers had Powell.
Yeah.
Bynum did Bynum not play in that series? I don't think he did. Tough. I mean, it just was like it was impossible winning games against that team. Even this, at least you're breaking 100 on some of these.
A couple
few
games.
times.
But I
But look at
remember
that last one,
I remember this. Jesus,
131.
131,
which is insane.
blowout.
I mean, the Lakers got
I just remember the Celtics were clicking on all cylinders, and the Lakers really didn't have an answer for that Celtics team.
yeah. Let me bring up Game 5. What is this? What year is this?
2008 finals.
Game 5.
Paul Pierce won Finals MVP.
I think it was one of those ones where people were like, "Should Kobe win Finals MVP?" Because he had a pretty
I
good
bet his
run.
numbers were insane.
All right, where is it?
I bet.
I know
bet his
I
numbers
know
were
Game
insane.
5. I think it was Game 5.
Like if he got the Jerry West treatment.
Yeah. Where is it? No, that's not it. Where's the box scores? All right, here we go. Yeah. Oh wow, Paul Pierce had 38 in that Game 5 that the Lakers won.
Check the final there.
But he outscored Kobe in that one for sure. Here, where the fuck is the Lakers? There we go. 25. I got him wrong. It was the next time they played,
But yeah, this was the start of that kind of like stretch of Lakers Celtics finals.
Kobe was actually not very good in some of these.
I bet it was because it was a young, healthy Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
And
Kobe
Tony
only
Did they
17.
have Tony Allen at that time? Maybe they got him later, but
They did, yeah. He was it was
they
an
had the
absolute-
right people to lock Kobe down.
Yeah.
You know, and you had KG in the paint.
Kobe had
like,
36 in one of the games. But yeah, anyway.
I go top of B. I don't know if it hits
Yeah.
the A for me yet.
No.
I know for you
Didn't
it's
go
a little
enough games.
sad, yeah.
But even still that it was such a palatable hate that Boston and LA had
You
for each
felt
other.
it, yeah.
Even then, like they hadn't played in so long, but you could still feel the undertones of it. That it made it really
I
fun.
vividly remember with that series the way the narrative was all in on Lakers Celtics rivalry back again, showing
Yeah.
all these old clips, and I was like, okay, this was the start of it. But 2010 to me was the culmination
agreed.
of all that. So we get Lakers Magic, Dwight and Stan Van Gundy somehow carry themselves to the finals and get their ass whooped.
I think that series would have scared me a lot more. Or that Magic team would have scared me a lot more, but they were missing. What was their point guard's name on that team?
Not Ty Lue.
He does not get the flowers he deserves.
Jameer Nelson.
Jameer
with
Nelson
the shoulder injury.
got hurt
Jameer
and missed
Nelson
the
was an
finals.
all-star that year. Let's look
So
here.
I was scared going into that one.
100 in nearly every game.
Yeah, better.
Just the Lakers kind of dominated. I think we have some series game summaries here. Kobe with 40. Michael Petrus, I remember, was like one of the Magic's best
players.
players.
Lamar Odom getting 14 boards.
Yeah, shout out Lamar. That was peak Lamar to me, where I was like, this guy was the X factor for them. Kobe 29, Rashard Lewis 34. I mean, at the end of the day, that Magic team was pretty stacked.
All those guys are just kind of old. Yeah, exactly.
Steve
Javi and Monty McCutcheon ringing the game.
Howard Lewis 21, Kobe 31, Trevor Ariza.
That's weird. Dwight was never the leading scorer.
No.
He got bottled up.
They had a lot of scores, though, between Turkoglu, Rashard, Jameer.
Dwight, 21. Dwight had 21 rebounds.
God.
Okay, this wasn't a very good series, I don't think.
This to me, I was like,
I would put this one C.
Yeah, let's go top of C or like middle C. The scoring's getting a little better. Now we get to what I think, in my opinion...
It's wild looking at this because we've had a lot to watch, and this isn't at all recency bias because a lot of those finals were just not very good.
No, I agree.
And as we approached, this was...
And in my opinion, I was going to bring it up. This, to me, is an S tier.
Yeah,
finals.
I agree.
7 games. Celtics, Lakers back again. Kobe winning Finals MVP. Kobe putting the team on the back. There's some infamous moments. The Ron Artest being like, Kobe passed me the ball. The scene where Kobe talks with Pau on the pick and roll, how he knew Pau was going to be there on that dunk that kind of sealed that one game. A lot of memorable moments. I feel like I've watched a lot of this like finals documentary more than any of the other finals.
I think it pissed me off was the Boston LA thing that ESPN didn't feature this at all.
Right.
And I was like, well, kids don't want that.
No.
Like, kids don't want... I mean, I love the old heads, but, like, no one wants that. Give me this modern one, yes.
So, let's take a look just at the scoring.
Rough compared to where we were.
A lot of blowouts still. I guess the closest game was...
Great. That last one, the Game 7 was very strong, but it was an ugly shooting performance, I think, from everyone. Everyone just seemed exhausted.
I think these teams beat each other up too. And look at the Lakers run. They played this 8 seed Thunder.
Young Thunder.
The Jazz. I remember with Darren Williams, they swept them. The Suns, a really tough Suns team.
Yeah.
Celtics had to go through LeBron's Heat.
Cavs,
LeBron's Cavs, the other Heat, and then the Magic. Another tough run, I think, to your point.
That's the one that forced LeBron out of Cleveland, right?
I think to your point, this was one of the... By the time they all got there, they kind of beat the fuck
Which
out
is
of
a
each
little
other.
my fear for the Warriors getting to play, like, making it to the Western Conference Finals against the Suns, or whoever comes out of this Grizzlies-Warriors matchup, is they've beaten the hell out of each other so much.
I love Scary Kittle saying, I'm proud the Nets Spurs reached C tier.
Yeah.
I think I have a towel from that one of the games I went to, because we were just spinning that shit. And then they gave everyone in the stadium the popper sticks. Yeah. Those
Thunder
are great.
sticks, that's what they call them. All right, S tier with that one. I think we're good there.
Good there. We continue to move on. We have now, we get now to the modern age of the NBA. We're in the 10s, or the aughts as people call them. Mavs, Heat. Mavs get their revenge.
I think that's so. Let me see let me see how the S tiers break down really quick. Or the tiers break down. I think that's an A tier, even though it didn't go 7 games. Watching LeBron and Bosh and the amount of hate that they had, and all of a sudden this Mavs team going into there, I would be so curious to see what the odds were on them
going into the series.
And we talk about it. Obviously, we're not weighing out the run that they had because this is an S tier run.
Yeah.
But like go up, down. So the Mavs run. He beats, I think, Brandon Roy's Portland Trailblazers. Yep. He beats the Lakers with Kobe, sweeps them, the defending champs. And then they beat the Young Thunder with Harden, Russ, Durant, Ibaka. Insane.
Brandon Borders said it on your video with the takes that this is the Dirk's finals win is probably the heaviest finals win. I agree
I do too.
To a long point because this was an impressive run and this was just Dirk. I think everyone was pro Mavs watching this finals because the hate on the Heat was so strong.
Agreed.
This was a really great series. A lot of close games. 86-83.
LeBron series.
86-88. I remember like Dirk having some amazing go-ahead shots. 93-95. Like these were really great games. But A tier is fair.
Yeah,
I think
that was. I mean, LeBron didn't play very good, which was a bummer. But like, that shit was awesome. Like that was a really good. I remember how much hate there was, and that like it felt like you kind of got your first taste of what the like modern NBA Twitter would become. Was like everyone like Twitter existed then, and you'd see the conversation, and it was very good.
Then we go to 2012. Miami finally wins their first ring with the Big Three, beating the Thunder. They beat them 4-1. I think the Thunder were just outmatched and outcoached by Spo.
Yeah, not a great series. Can we see the scores?
Yeah.
Way more closer to a modern. This feels like more the modern era.
We're getting there
You
now.
got so many rock fights.
Pace is up. You know, we can look at some of the scoring. Okay, so yeah, they go against the Mavs, first round, Lakers, Spurs. Tough run for the Heat as well. KD 36.
I'm still mad we never got to see Kobe versus LeBron in a finals.
God,
it really is a shame, but it is what it is.
KD show for the most part for the Thunder.
Yeah.
LeBron just getting 30
32.
each game, basically 29, 14. We covered that in one of the finals performances. Harden showing some life. Russ 43. I mean, this is just like high quality basketball.
Look at LeBron led every
I know.
category.
6, 11, 13. A triple double to win it. Let's wait here. It's okay.
Sorry.
It should be okay.
All right, here, let me go through the chat. Rick Carlisle looked like a classic movie villain coach.
Yep.
Skip Bayless still brings up LeBron's performance in that series, the old one. To this day, Dirk earned his GOAT debate argument. I don't think anyone's arguing that. I just have never heard that argument. Tom, I appreciate that, though. That was the last time LeBron played terribly in the finals. Here we go. All right.
What do you go? A tier as well or B tier? Top of B?
That's a B tier. I mean, a lot of fun players in that one, but not a great.
Yeah.
Not a great series from a number of games perspective.
We go back now. We are continuing in the modern era of the NBA. Heat beat the Thunder. Then we go Heat Spurs 7 games. One of the all-time great finals. The beautiful game versus the
out to Allen, and then the three
so many great moments. LeBron getting his MVP. I mean, this is not only is this two of the best put together teams. This is also two Hall of Fame coaches, two GOAT level coaches in my mind.
Forgot about T-Mac being on that Spurs team.
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, this was a series to remember. I've watched this series doc a bunch. Scoring is much more 88-92 4-point game, 103-84, 113-77. Spurs really beat the brakes off the Heat.
Really did.
This game, obviously 103-100, where the series could have been over.
Good.
I think after that game, you could just tell the Spurs were at a loss for words.
Yeah.
There's just so many great moments of this series. Like, look at this game where LeBron has a triple-double, but they lose. Tony Parker,
not a great
21.
scoring game.
Yeah. I mean, Spurs defeat the Heat on a bank shot with that's Tony Parker's bank shot. I remember as he's fading to the right with 5 seconds left. 23 points in the fourth quarter, limiting Miami to 16.
See, so my hatred for the Heat shifted because I hate Oklahoma City more.
Yeah.
Because they obviously stole my team. So watching, and then so I rooted for the Heat and enjoyed the experience.
Yeah.
And so then the next year I was like, well, this is even easier. Or not even easier, but I also hate the Spurs. Run it back, LeBron, and he did. So,
Danny Green leading scorer for the Spurs with 17 in Game 2.
Yuck
Indeed.
LeBron only 19.
Miami ended
oh my God, dude! No one scored very much in these.
33-5 run. I guess it was a true team ever. This is when Danny Green, everyone's like, is he the greatest 3-point shooter ever? Like, he still holds the record of like playoff threes because of these series. I think it was very like
All right, there's a good LeBron game.
one team was
33.
clearly like winning each game.
This makes more sense too, though, because it's like Spo and Pop, both great coaches.
Chess matches, yeah.
Chess match. Kawhi present in this series, so just from a like that makes more sense why there's no insane scoring.
Of course, we got our guy Scotty Foster doing
Love
game
it.
4, evened up the series.
Yeah.
Spurs go up here, and then this would have ended it, right? It was 3-2 if the shot didn't happen. We would have been thinking about the series a little differently. And then Game 7, I think LeBron having 37 and 5 threes and 12 boards is going to seal it in any chance. Look at this. They had a chance to tie the game, but Duncan, guarded by Shane Battier, missed the shot under the basket and missed the follow-up tip. I remember that, and I remember Duncan's reaction was like, didn't realize that, like, he did that.
And then LeBron went down to his 17-footer on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, so that's an S tier. That's an S tier series. I really loved watching that series and rewatching it. Now we're getting into as we head toward the final stretch. We've been here for an hour already, or almost an hour. Things are moving. Things are grooving. Where everyone's tuning in. Again, this is S Tiers Live on the Buckets YouTube channel. You got some chats.
Bang!
Yeah, the bang.
Any finals that this is from Scary, and he's making a great point. Any finals that they wheel out the trophy prematurely is incredible. So that happened, and instant S tier. AK said was gonna say, if you can hear the champagne chilling and it never gets popped, great series. So that's good stuff.
We go back now to the Warriors' domination. This is we get Spurs Heat again in 2014.
Not a great series,
but they beat them up. The Heat are on their last legs. The Spurs were essentially unstoppable, and Kawhi became Kawhi.
Yeah. Not a great
scoring's
series.
A little lopsided.
Pretty boring.
I give that a top of B.
Wade's knees were so cooked.
I know, and I felt bad watching him.
I think that one's a C. I think if you put it higher than that, it's too much recency bias.
Okay. I'd like to move on because I think this is where we get a really great stretch of finals games.
The best.
Warriors in 2015 beating the Cavs 4-2. This is the start of the Warriors dynasty, but this is
weird.
This is without
won MVP.
I know, and this is without KD.
Yeah.
So it's just funny that the Cavs were coached by David Blatt, who is a name that's very forgettable.
Was he still the Cavs coach? Didn't he get fired mid-season? David Blatt.
I think he got fired the start
of the next year.
And it might have been Ty Lue, because that's the year they won. Ty Lue won with them.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's look at the score here. 108-100 in OT, 93-95 in OT. Two really good games. That's 96-91, great game. Blowout here, decently blowout there. Good. I remember the series vividly, and I remember how fun the back and forth was. It was just the Warriors were just
no Kyrie.
Them. Yeah, that's right. The shoulder, right, or the MCL, something like that.
Pardon me. Just need to remind people, no Kyrie. Now wait, and didn't Kevin Love get his shoulder torn out, or was this?
I think it was.
Am I a year early? No, because he got it torn out against the Celtics. Going. I saw Kevin Love. Wait, go up. Wait, stop. No, down. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so he was traded for him. Yeah. It wasn't. So this was just LeBron.
Yeah, because if you look at the scoring here, LeBron, Tristan Thompson,
yeah.
Irving, Kyrie played,
and then I think he got hurt after.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the following day, he was diagnosed with a fractured left kneecap that required surgery and ruled out for the rest of the finals, joining Kevin Love, who suffered the dislocated shoulder in the first round of the playoffs, and Anderson Varejao, who was also hurt. So it really became LeBron. LeBron gutting this out.
God.
I don't know if chat you could see this.
LeBron, 39, 16, and 11 in Game 2.
The game that went to OT. This is let's see. LeBron James tallied his 5th finals triple-double with that number that Zach mentioned, while moving solely into second all-time in finals triple-doubles behind Magic. He was 11 for 35, but he played 50 minutes, led all scorers. fucking insane.
He should have won the Finals MVP over
Yeah,
Iguodala.
yeah.
With the Jerry West thing kind of sour that. 40
and 8. He wills them again to win.
By far the worst Finals MVP choice I've ever seen.
Iguodala?
Iguodala? Yeah. I think
How
you're
do
right.
you give somebody the MVP and the other person he was going to have 40 a game?
Yeah.
Literally
'Cause
40
they're
a
like-
game.
they're like-
Obviously, somebody that combated that, Steph, should have won. That's the only time like Steph.
They were
should've
like,
won that.
oh, it was because he was guarding LeBron. LeBron was
Right.
giving him
Bucket
Buckets,
after
yeah.
bucket.
What the fuck? What was y'all watching, media? What game were you watching?
Like, if LeBron had averaged 29 in the playoffs, I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. There's like 36.
Oh man.
Like, okay, this is where it gets tough, right? Game 4, Mozgov's their leading scorer with 28. You're never gonna win a game when
No.
Mozgov has 28 points for you.
Timofey.
LeBron 40, 14, and 11.
Was the Lakers paying him when he was on that team?
No, this would have been after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding us. What's his name? Jimmy Buss
Yeah.
stayed up late having cocktails watching that game and was like, we got to give that guy $80 million.
Warriors first ring. I go
Motherfucker.
A here. I go A, and that's you like B.
Yeah. Because there's no Kyrie, no Kevin
Okay.
Love. And it
But it
kind of
was the
drove me
LeBron
crazy.
show.
I mean, LeBron was amazing, but it was only...
You're also a Warriors hater too. A little
Not-
bias.
Yes, but I just think we were deprived of...
Okay.
Even if LeBron has Kyrie or Kevin Love, that series goes 7 games. I guess that one can go A. Put that one A. You're right. Thank you for reminding me.
I just think
That I'm being
storylines.
a
The
hater.
first
Yep. And it was
Warriors
such an...
run.
They came truly out of nowhere
Yeah.
because, a lot of people thought, hey, maybe this is finally the Clippers' time.
Yes.
And, that
And then he
obviously
said that-
wouldn't happen.
You just had to bring it up.
Of
for
course.
Jack.
He had to do the, did the Lakers still pay? Yeah, I gotta throw my rock. I gotta throw my rock back at him.
Just when you can.
Yeah.
2016 finals. I think there's an automatic S tier for me. This is the Cavs 4-3 victory. Kyrie shot over
3-1
Steph.
deficit.
3-1 deficit. Kevin Love D'ing up Steph Curry in the final possession. I watched
Can I see
every
the
game.
run
Yeah,
above?
yeah.
Wow. I really thought the Thunder were gonna... Oh, yeah, that was one that broke Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
That's right.
Broke KD in that 4-3.
They had them.
That
They
was the step.
had
That was the
them.
step shot where Mike Breen bang, the half court winner. They go 73-9. Just an incredible series. Let me pull up the chat real quick while you look some stats up. AK says Kelly Olynyk ripped his shoulder apart. This is a series LeBron was slowing everything down. Tom Wilmarth, as a Wizards fan, this Olynyk love is so stupid. 39, 16, and 11. Zach's going to play the bang, the most iconic bang. Tom Wilmarth said, Chuck better calm down. I'm going to heat up.
Tom always comes to you in the chat.
Pass to a backdoor cutting.
What? Well, I don't want the...
Wasn't that it?
No.
That was it.
No, because it was the Sports Center replay of it. I'll
the
find
call.
it later. Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Love, the Curry stopper, S tier history made. Wiggins, LeBron would have been cool too. That's if Wiggins stayed. I remember that K Love trade. Here we go. Is this it? Yeah. I remember exactly where I was for this game. I was at a bar in Ithaca College, and it was we got there at halftime, and we didn't leave obviously until the end of the game. But we shut down the bar because we were like, it was like 8 of us losing our minds. being
That's
like,
awesome.
Oh my god! It was around this tiny little screen.
I don't know where I was.
Shot clock won't go. Rebound taken by Iguodala.
So everyone thinks it's going to OT.
Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Bang! Bang!
If
So
you
good.
go pull up that clip on your own for those watching, that's when ESPN experimented with the 3-point line, where anytime you make a 3, the line glows.
Oh,
You remember that?
no
I remember
way.
seeing it glow there,
I
and
didn't
I was
even
like,
notice it.
oh, what a dumb idea.
They tried every few
remember
years,
that?
they
Every-
tried to fit some NBA Jam type shit into the
Yeah.
game.
Never worked.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Never worked.
They did the heat the ball check, the heat.
Oh, that's right.
Later down.
They had one of those ones that was like the full on this is our the nerdy broadcast with all the numbers and graphics popping up. I was like, I don't need any of
I
this
still
shit.
don't like the shot clock in the middle of the flow.
I don't like that either. Let's continue on. We go after that amazing Cavs win. Warriors 4-1. Warriors sweep on the Cavs. I guess 2017. KD won MVP. I guess that to me that was just
That was
LeBron
a bad
being
one.
unmatched again. I don't know. I'm leaning like B.
Yeah, I mean,
See?
they felt so overmatched.
Yeah, you can go see there.
Um,
I might
yeah.
be missing one because we go straight to Warriors Raptors, but we can cover that.
that was the first KD one.
Yeah.
Again, I think
Sweet,
both
yeah.
of those KD ones were just so kind of tough to watch because you felt, or at least as a LeBron fan, I felt so sad for him because he was just like, it was so overpowered.
Yeah.
Um,
Warriors Raptors. I think everyone was kind of rooting for the Raptors at this point. I
But
think
then
people were sick of the Warriors agenda.
Agreed, but again, on the other side, not stopping being a Warriors
Yeah.
hater, they were so injured. It just sort of sucked.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this one for me is a C tier.
I'm with you. I thought everything leading up to the playoffs or to the finals in this year was really good.
C. Yeah.
You had the Kawhi buzzer beater against the Sixers.
Great playoffs.
Great
But
playoffs in general, but I think this actual play
was
got
this the wave year from Dame?
Yeah. I believe this is because they were in the conference finals. It was the Blazers in the conference finals as the 3 seed. The Thunder are nowhere to be seen. So I believe you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2019. That was that, right? Yeah, that would have been it. 100%. Because the next year would be the bubble one.
Then we go Lakers Heat bubble. What do you think? I thought it was fine.
I think it's a B.
I
think it's a
agree.
B. Yeah, because the Heat played okay, but without you could put it C, but without I was so it felt like we were just so thirsty to have any entertainment that it was nice to have it back.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't a great series.
Yeah.
I think that series could have been A tier if they had Dragic the whole time, and it was because it would have just been more
the
fun.
health,
but
the
you
health.
could convince me C.
The way Dragic was playing too was like
It was
a bummer to see him go down.
Yeah, similar to the Jameer Nelson thing.
Suns Bucks. I
dodged one.
really loved this series.
Yeah.
I thought this was like great basketball, and finally we have new teams.
Yeah.
Like we find Heat, Lakers, always up and down this list. We've never seen Suns or the Bucks on this list,
No.
and we get Giannis's first ring. We get the kind of celebration in that. I think it's A tier as well.
Great comeback. It was a
Really
good series.
fun.
And it
Really fun.
did not go 7 games, correct?
It went 6.
6. So if that one goes 7, I could be convinced to put it S tier.
Agreed.
But yeah, it was a very good series.
If we get Suns Bucks this year, even with the unhealthy Middleton, I think that'll be a really
I think you
great
could
series.
get Middleton back for the finals.
They said 2 to 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, 2-3 weeks, and that's still a little iffy.
Right, with the way that injury is.
Yeah, it's still middle of conference finals.
It's going to be a lot for Giannis.
Fogey says Warriors Raptors was a D because of all the injuries. That's pretty fair. Fogey says A for Suns Bucks.
Yep, I'm with
Warriors were hurt and low key, probably fed up with each other. I agree
that.
there.
Yeah.
That's our list.
All right, so let's just
we'll
recap this just for the edit. So, let's go. D tier. What do we have?
That is
That's that Cavs Spurs sweep and
yeah.
Nets Lakers sweep.
Yeah.
The sweep finals terrible. Then
everything in C tier for the most part, except for the modern ones, is because the scoring was so bad, and we're these stinky poo poo box scores.
And a lot of them are 4-1,
Yeah.
4-2 series. When we get to B, you start to see more of the fun scoring or interesting storylines.
Yep.
That young Thunder team losing to the Heat. You got the first Kobe big three Lakers Celtics, Lakers Heat.
Yeah.
From the bubble game, not great, but whatever. The Mavs title run, elite, and we threw
Warriors
Spurs one
first
in
one, yeah.
just because.
Then we go
Spurs one
A,
just is.
Dirk's run, Warriors first championship,
Oh, yeah,
and
there
then
you
the
go.
most recent
Thank you.
Suns Bucks. S tier, I'm very comfortable with this S tier list
Yeah.
of the last 20 years. Lakers, Celtics, 7-game series. Heat, Spurs, 7-game series. Warriors, Cavs, 7-game series. Basically, we just love a 7-game series.
100%. If you go 7 games in the finals, it's probably not a bad viewing experience. You could convince. Okay, if you had to drop one
From the S tier?
Yeah. I feel like the 2013 series or the Lakers Celtics one, there were some bad games.
I was
get
gonna
us to the
move. I
7
was
game.
gonna move Lakers Celtics down if I had to move
Yeah,
one of those.
fair
off.
enough.
I would order this. To be honest, I would order this. I would go here.
Okay, I'm with that.
Because I don't remember as many buzzer beaters or
No.
crazy things. And here
we
you have
looked at
Allen
the score.
Shaw.
There were a lot of blowouts.
You have the Ray Allen shot, which is iconic. You have the Kyrie shot, which is iconic, and this is the block, right? Blocked by James. Countless number of iconic moments, and I think that's what does it. Do you want? Yeah, I'm good with that list. Daniel, if you're cutting this, it's a doozy.
This is a fun one.
You don't have to put all of this in here.
No.
Cut what you want.
This is a fun S year. I don't think we've had one where it was like I felt so happy that it went long.
Yeah.
Normally when they go long, I always feel bad.
And we covered it pretty well.
Yeah.
So I feel good with this. Let's just quickly, as a wrap, athletes at the Met Gala. There's not many.
Wow. Okay.
There's not many. This is Chloe Kim. This is David Lee and his tennis wife, Dwayne Wade, Nyjah Houston, Odell, Venus Williams, and Russ. So
Russ is D tier.
Russ is D tier. I can pull some of these fits up.
Just the Russ. I'm happy for you that you're still getting invited to these things, and I feel like if you're Russell Westbrook, you have to go.
Yeah.
Because that invite's probably not coming again.
Here's the thing. I've realized that I've realized celebrities more and more.
That's a good
They
point.
don't care about what he's doing on the floor.
I believe.
But as a fashion person,
Yes.
why would people? We prop him up as NBA fans doing the fashion stuff because, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not gonna say he started it. Sean knows more than me, but I feel like he made it really like the runway walk.
Oh,
Yeah.
he for sure
He made
did.
that so iconic. I think he'll
But-
always be invited.
His fashion stuff that he created for Barney's did not go well.
Flop.
So I'm just also shout out to the guy from what's it?
J
Stranger
Balvin?
Things.
Oh, David Harbour. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure all these dudes. I think Tom
It's
Ford.
the same fit. Yeah.
Tom Ford did it, so they all came.
I'll
in
say
the same
this.
Look.
It's not a bad fit.
Not a
Maybe
bad
I'm just
fit.
being a hater on Russ. You can move him to C tier.
It's
or
not a
B
bad
tier.
fit. Let's go
Yeah.
B tier just because
Yeah.
it's Russ. This is all he's got
Yeah,
right now.
this
in the
is all
offseason.
he's got.
We got Chloe Kim at the Met Gala. Chloe Kim, famed Olympic snowboarder. I don't know how
That's-
to rate dresses as a male, but I like
But
this.
it looks like it's just covered in like the tabs that you used for a book. You
I
know what I'm
think
talking about?
C tier,
The
yeah.
Post-its that you would use. Yeah.
You'll see this David Lee one. David Lee Met Gala. I didn't even know why he
David
got
Lee,
invited.
like former.
Nick.
Former Nick David Lee.
Former Nick, former Warrior David Lee. I believe his
No
wife is
way.
a Caroline Wozniacki.
Oh,
the
she's
tennis
great.
player. She's great. He looks like a fancy butler.
Yeah, he does.
Not really doing much for me.
It's like he walked up and was like, "Hi, I valeted your car over," and they were like, "Hey, post a picture," and took the picture.
They're like, "You look famous."
Oh shit!
You're good. Dwayne Wade Met Gala. D Wade, very fashionable.
Oh, he was there.
He was there. He got the invite with Gab. Let's get the full look of this fit.
Now here's the thing.
Let's
The
hear
theme is Gilded Age.
Yeah, no one knows.
What is the difference between this? Like, bro, you can't just take a cane with you and be like, "Oh, I'm doing Gilded Age." She nailed it.
She nailed it. She
He
always nails it.
Didn't.
He loves not wearing a shirt under
Good for
a
him.
suit.
If I looked like that, neither would I.
Agreed. He looks happy. He looks happy to be there. I don't know if it beats Russ. I think it's all C's for me.
See, yeah.
Famed skateboarder Nyjah
Nyjah
Houston.
What a life he lives because he went to this. Then he's, I believe, in Miami right now for the F1 race.
He basically gets to do whatever because of skating. Zach, a little saltiness. We will not discuss that on live. This is fine. I'd wear this to like a wedding
Go ahead, speak your truth.
without the boots, but like,
Are you a vest suit guy?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
The less the better. I have a
Yeah.
wedding coming up, and I'm like, I
No
don't want to wear a
vest.
tie. I texted my friend Izzy. I was like, do I have to wear a tie? She's like, it'd be nice if you wore one.
Oh,
Someone said this. AK said this is how D-Wade dresses every day. I agree.
Literally, Venus Williams. We won't. Who?
That's Odell's.
Odell's one was not bad, honestly.
See, I was gonna go the other way. He looks like.
He looks like a Game of Thrones character.
No, he looks like he's straight out of Assassin's Creed.
I heard someone just quote tweet a picture of Odell.
You know
and say,
what?
Shame.
You know what? I'm gonna give Odell a high rating because this is not like he swung the bat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, the jewelry's doing a lot of the lifting here for the Gilded Age.
It's
I'm
cool.
glad to see he's healing up nicely.
Yeah.
Is he still a free agent?
I think he's gonna go back to the Rams.
Odell?
No. I think
All right. Who was that last? Who was the
Venus
last one?
Williams. She wore an all black thing.
Yeah.
I just. It was the only other athlete there. That's it
All right.
for us. I like our finals ranking. That was episode 10.
AK said, "Is that great value, Matt Barnes?"
Let's.
Is that for
God, this-
Odell?
yeah,
Who are
this-
you asking? All right. OBJ rocking the Peter Pan fit.
Yeah, love that. All right, that's our show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. All the usual suspects are here. We appreciate you guys as always. Scary Kittles, Jack, I don't know you're not still in here, but we're going to do a sandwich. We should do a deli sandwich thing soon, an STS.
So he said that the wine and cheese note was about the sandwich place, not about that you can get wine and cheese. Well, use a comma, Jack, all right?
Come on. We can't read that
I said
fast
guy.
here.
I think Giada is so much better than Bay Cities.
I love Giada. Shout out Giada. If we
The-
get the Giada sponsor for
the
this
Bay
show.
Cities bread isn't good.
No. And everything is like, there's not enough. Whereas like Giada has like all these little extra like either pieces of accoutrement, whether it's lettuce or like a pickle or something
Yeah.
else. You get a
The
sandwich
bread is-
at Bay Cities, you have to add that yourself, and you have to pick and choose what you want.
Great
I'm like,
note.
I just want what they
Come
provide.
design it for me.
Yeah, exactly. That's our show. Thanks for watching. What do you want to plug? You guys going live OP tonight?
We're live again tonight, yeah?
Yep.
Tune in live again tonight.
I think
after
Jordan
these
Liggins
games.
is coming through.
Great guest. The illustrious guests
Yeah.
continue. Go watch the Shumpert episode. Here's what I'll tell you.
Amazing.
One of the best interviews I've ever gotten to be a part of. One of the best guests I've ever gotten to interview. I mean, just the insights that he had, the stories that he shared are awesome. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it, go click the buckets button, scroll down.
Yeah,
give
it's
that
a
video
really good watch. I heard he was just like the coolest dude, even outside of the recording.
No,
just,
he's
like,
awesome.
so
He's
down to
telling
earth.
us. I'll let this insight to those that are still in here. He was telling us that on that on that Kyrie shot that Steph was trying to hide from Kyrie, and that Kyrie in the huddle was like,
He's hiding.
"I'm hitting the shot. Give me the ball. Get Steph on me. We're winning this game. It doesn't matter." And
Wow.
they came down, and apparently JR and Iman on the bench were yelling, "He's drowning! He's drowning! Put him on an island!"
They're on the floor, I think.
No, because I went to rewatch it. Iman wasn't on the floor for
No, they
that.
weren't? Oh.
No,
Maybe
but
JR
JR was.
JR was.
And
That's
they
so
got
funny
the-
knowing
he tried to hide on
JR's
JR.
JR screaming
And
that.
he got the switch.
'Cause I remember
and he tried
JR
to
set
hide
the
again.
screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Curry's like trying to wait.
Yeah.
Somebody
Calling
come
for
Ah.
Clay. Help! Help! So it was awesome. He was really, really funny, and it was great. All right,
Yeah,
wait.
check
CT.
it out.
Bay City's bread is the worst combo of chewy and
It
hard
hurts
as
your
fuck.
teeth.
Brilliantly said.
And Giada has that like sesame seed kind of breading. They grill it.
So
they do the
good.
grilled toast.
I might go. I'm gonna try to have to figure out how I can go there again this weekend.
I might
It
go
was
on
so
my
good.
way back from work.
I went.
Now that
I
you got
went.
me talking.
How about this? On Sunday, I was out on the east. Saturday, I was on the east
East
side.
side?
You and Taylor both gone. So couldn't say what's up to you guys. So on the way back, stopped at Giada, got a spicy pea for lunch and a second sandwich to put in the fridge for dinner.
Now that's how you do it.
That is how you do it.
That's
Folks.
how you do
$40. Who cares? You know.
Well,
like,
maybe we'll just eat sandwiches on an episode.
we should bring them in
Help!
one year.
Yeah, we should. And get the plug and
What
shout
is-
them out on Instagram. We're done here. Check out Buckets YouTube as always. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. We'll be back with more stuff next week.